Gentlemen, this is Olusegun Oyekami of Nusa Capital, coming to you once more on a rather cold evening here in Pretoria, South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to apologize for such a long delay in coming back to some of my broadcasts on my YouTube channel. I'm one of these people who unfortunately found himself caught up in the whole pandemic stuff. I was caught on the other side of the Atlantic at that time. And subsequently we're out of the country for just under a year. This has brought about a lot of disruption. I've not been able to get certain things back on track, but everything's coming together. Eventually everything will come together nicely. That I'm sure of. And I see no reason why I shouldn't get back to recording. Now, I intend to be recording more regularly, and I'm hoping I'll be able to do that more regularly, but I haven't quite made up my mind of the number of times that I'll be releasing content. So I'm going to try as much as possible to be very regular this time. Not to mention, I'm going to go back to another format of mine, which was I started to release some audio blogs. So in some cases, instead of coming up with a video, I'm going to come up with some audio blog. And hopefully that will fill in some of the blanks. This will be on my website. It's not going to be on the YouTube channel. The website, of course, you can see the link below the video. You'll be able to get to the website. And blogging will continue, as promised. Anyway, once again, my sincerest apologies, and I hope I can do some credit to this one. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the point at hand, which is Bitcoin. I don't have to tell any of you about what's really going on with Bitcoin and the direction the market has taken in recent times. We find ourselves stuck between about 29,891 to 41,386. I'm afraid we are going to remain within this range for quite a while. Again, as I always said to you, the higher time frames set the direction of the market. In this case, we can see that the price action is above the cloud. Both the Kinji-sen and Tenkan-sen are also above the cloud, as well as the Chikou span, which immediately tells you that this is bullish. Now, for those of you who bought your cryptos or bought your Bitcoin at about 13,000, even at 19 or 20,000, and have not closed that position, you are up. Now, I know everybody groans and moans when Bitcoin falls just 1 or 2%. Everybody's like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. But I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the big rest before the big one. Earlier in the year, in my newsletter to my subscribers, I had predicted a $70,000 Bitcoin. So far, so good. We seem to be on that track. I'm not going to change my position. It's going to be 70,000. If somebody asks me tomorrow, it's going to be 70,000. Although $100,000 seems to be in the making, but that we shall wait and see. And as I said, those of you who bought at about 13,000, 14,000, 19,000, 20,000, even 22,000, 23,000, you're on the up. You're still up by a few $1,000s. So I don't think there's anything to panic about. One should not take all these machinations within the market, or the FUD that has been going around. We should be very careful about that. You've done your research, you've taken your position, stand by your position. Anyway, if we go to the daily chart, this is definitely bearish, as you can see. The price action, Tenkan, Kinji, and of course the Chikou span are all under the cloud. This tells you immediately that this is bearish. Now the danger I see here in terms of the price going up is the fact that the Chikou span, which is this light green line here, is caught up within the price action. Now, when the Chiku gets caught up within the price action, that brings about a sort of almost like a resistance to the price rising even further. So don't be surprised that you find the price fall back to about 33, 34, 33, or even 32,000. That shouldn't surprise anybody. We're probably going to be in this situation for quite a while. And if you look here, let's just quickly change this so we can get across so you can see it. If you come here and see that on July 24th, it's even almost saying that there's not going to be that much of a change. And if there is, it's going to be very little. If you look at Circle Span B, we're talking about 44,278. And Circle Span A, we're talking about 34,000 or 33,000 something. So it's just depicting where the price most likely will be by the 24th of July. Now, some people have predicted that we should not expect to see any major price rise until towards the end of the year or the first quarter of 2021. We just have to wait and see. Nobody knows what the market will do. It just takes someone saying something or someone doing something before we start seeing the changes. Anyway, time will tell. Finally, let's go to the bridge that connects both the swing and the long-term traders, which is the 4-hour chart. Now, the 4-hour chart is definitely bullish, although not 100%. Because as you can see here, let's increase the size there, let's get a better look towards the end here. And as you can see, this is looking like a bearish engulfing. We're almost, not completely, but almost. The Kinji-sen is stuck within the cloud, although the cloud is too thin to be able to hold it, just as the Chiku span also caught in between the cloud. And of course, the Tenkan-sen is out of the cloud. Now, some will follow the principle of trading the minute the price action actually breaks over the Tenkan-sen or breaks out of the cloud. And we all have our trading, our differences in trading. Some people might decide to trade that. As I said, as all of you know, this is not financial advice, but I would say, look, please proceed with caution, particularly at this current time. You might want to take, instead of, people call it dollar cost averaging. I like to call it nibbling. Might take some small positions ranging from about $30 to maybe $200, depending on the size of your account. And you just nibble at a price that you like, and you take another nibble, and then that helps you build up your position. That might be what you might need to do when it comes to this particular instance. Now, as you all know, I always look at the 21 weekly exponential moving average. That is the 21 weekly EMA. Why? Because that also determines to some extent the direction the market may take. If you look at the 21 moving average, exponential moving average here, you will see that I have made some slight adjustments to the graph. And what that means is this. This is a Bitcoin market support, bullish market support. Now, the purple line here, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the 21 weekly exponential moving average, while the green line here is the 20 weekly simple moving average, or the SMA. Now, if you look at it, you will see that all the price action is below the 21 weekly. Now, until this price action goes above the 21 weekly exponential moving average, I'm afraid we're going to continue to get this level of consolidation. Again, if you take a closer look at this particular chart, you will also see that every single time, just look at this here, take this area here, every single time the 21 weekly exponential moving average goes above the 20, I beg your pardon, weekly simple moving average, you find that the price of the Bitcoin goes up, and when it goes under the 20 weekly simple moving average, ladies and gentlemen, the price of Bitcoin goes down. Now, if we come back here, we can see that that is what we get most of the time in this particular spot. I wouldn't crack out any bottles of champagne at the moment with the price rise, the recent price rise we've seen, because tomorrow morning we could easily wake up and find out that the price has fallen under $2,000 or $3,000. Don't crack out the champagne. Be patient. Wait. Observe. Watch these lines of attack, and then take your position from there. Like I've always said, this is not financial advice. I'm no financial advisor, and I think it's a bit sad that we have to keep saying that because of some people's, dare I say it, and I don't intend to insult anybody, but some people's stupidity. Obviously not those who are listening to this, but this is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is my analysis for Bitcoin at the moment. As I always told you, you keep your eyes and ears open, and you're trading sharp. Have a good one.